y'all? It's H.O.E season. Welcome to our special holiday episode of Grow, Glow, and Ho Heal Over Everything podcast. We are your beautiful hosts, Talitha and Nakia. We are so excited for today's episode. But first, what's going on, friends?
Friend. So we have a sponsor by for today's episode 9, girl.
Yeah.
Okay, so today's show is sponsored by Mocha Glow. Mocha Glow is a minority woman-owned skincare brand dedicated to celebrating the beauty of health and beauty in every skin type.
Love it.
Founded by the incredible Masada, Mocha Glow was born out of her personal journey to find solutions for her own skin concerns. Frustrated by ineffective products on the market, she turned her passion into a mission to create skincare that prioritizes not only radiance, but overall skin health and well-being. But that's not it. Okay. Not only are we offering a $25 gift card.
Yeah, get it right.
Right?
They gonna come for you if it ain't 25%.
Please. A $25 gift card as a giveaway if you share and tag 3 people to this post. But they're offering a 20% discount by using promo code GGH. So please head over to mochaglow.com and use promo code GGH to save 20% on your skincare needs. But that's not it.
I love it. Real quick, Mocha Glow, I've used their products before and I love it. But I see she has new things with the gel eye roller and the turmeric scrub. So I'm excited.
Me too.
Get your GGH code on, y'all. Get that 20% off.
Yes.
Stock up.
So I just placed an order for the turmeric scrub. I'm excited for that because I heard turmeric scrub is great for dark spots, inner thigh dark spots, neck dark spots, because oftentimes women have dark spots around their neck and the back. So it's really good for that too. So I'm truly excited to try these products and to support.
Well, thank you, Mocha Glow, for sponsoring today's episode. As you guys can see, we also have our GGH merch up here in our Bopsy twin uniforms, chilling with the Snowmies for the holidays. Grow, Glow, and Ho. We've got wrapping paper. We still have water bottles. We have other shirts. We have hoodies. So shop ggh.com, head there too. And this wrapping paper can be used for anything, not just Christmas.
Yes.
So, and it's thick. It's good quality.
It's really good quality. I said yesterday in a post that I did on TikTok that if you are a therapist, if you're someone that's gifting your friends, your community, your clients with intentional gifts, specifically gifts that are like self-care intended, this is a really good wrapping paper because what are you going to find? Congratulations, happy birthday, all those things. No, Grow, Glow, and Ho, especially because intentional giving is important these days. And our wrapping paper is attached to your intentional giving.
Love it. So we are ready for the holidays, friend. We have our holiday decor on set.
Yeah.
We've got our holiday uniform on. Let's get into it. We are going to be talking about how to self-care during the holidays, prioritizing your well-being amidst the chaos and the festivities, right?
Right.
So let's go. I think sometimes society, places the wrong weight on what the holidays are. It went from being, about gratefulness, gratitude, being with family and friends, and now it's so commercial with what gifts can you buy, how much food is there going to be, and we forget the whole purpose of what the holidays are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so not as of lately, but lately have been focusing more on what the holiday is and not so much all of the hoopla behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just wanting to hang out. Thanksgiving, we were just real chill, quiet. We even went to the movies. Girl, it was like 10, 20 people in the movie. So it was very nice.
Yeah.
Quiet, just, how do you go through the holidays, friend? What is your self-care?
I'm actually trying something new now.
Okay.
So I'm a holiday movie person. Like I have a movie blanket. I love going to. I do. Especially when they start reclining their seats and now they let you, buy cocktails or bring cocktails. But we ain't gonna talk about that. Right. I bring a whole lunch bag to the movies. I love I used to love doing that.
Mhm.
And then when COVID happened, I stopped going to the theaters as much. Not because of COVID, but because of the movies aren't coming into the theaters like they
Mhm.
used to. So it became
Right.
comfortable to watch at home.
Mhm.
Also with family, I'm finding a new appreciation to be with family in certain times on certain holidays. But now I am intentionally taking time to travel for the holidays.
Yes.
Like I've never done that. I'm now in the space where I understand PTO is meant for your personal time
Right.
off to enjoy, to
Mhm.
vacate. Where as a young single parent back in the day, it was PTO was used to go to the doctor because he was sick, because I had something to do, because I couldn't take off work. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So now that I'm finally in a place mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I am intentionally taking time to go somewhere.
For you.
Right.
Yes.
Like I love family, but my tradition for myself is just as important as sitting across from you at the dinner table. And last but definitely not least, I'm a single girl in these streets, okay? Nobody's knocking at my door talking about, here's your gift, girl, or here's your gift, boo, right? So who am I sitting around the house on Christmas waiting for?
Right.
Right?
I
Family
mean,
and friends is
yes.
great, but my son has a son, and my
Mhm.
tradition is our tradition, but
Mhm.
he's going to create his own,
Yeah.
which means I still have to focus on me and create some type of intention. So intentionally, I'm going to Cabo and sip on some margaritas with, Jose and Cuervo.
Yeah. Yes. You will love it. We did Cabo for Christmas in 2022. Beautiful weather, perfect. Just and it's you still felt the holiday vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You didn't feel like you were in the land of Oz. You still could tell it was Christmas all throughout the city, but just definitely chill vibes, relaxing. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Me
Too
too.
bad we can't do Girl Glowing out. Solomon, you coming with us to Cabo? We got to do GGH.
Hey, get my ticket ready.
Right.
Okay. I'm going to the
Yeah.
shirt that I bought so I can read it.
But yeah, I'm so excited for you. I'm so happy that you are intentionally taking this time for you, which can be hard,
Yeah.
going against quote unquote what the traditional kind of holiday scene is, or
Yeah.
even going against maybe what family expects, can be difficult and stressful. But you're right. You absolutely have to put you first and prioritize your physical and mental health. And
Yeah.
sometimes getting away from all of that is just what the doctor
Y-
ordered.
Absolutely. Excuse me. And you said something that I want to expound on,
Mhm.
that it's important that family not pressure their family members to be in a place because
Right.
it's Christmas, because
Right.
it's Thanksgiving. That's just a day that is nationally
Mhm.
recognized. Tuesday is family day. Wednesday is family day.
You
Thursday,
better
any day
preach.
is family day. So you holding me hostage because the Santa Claus is supposed to be here first thing in the morning, and you want me to show you what my family experience looked like when they open up a gift
Mhm.
versus me being my own gift is selfish of that person,
Right.
not selfish of me. And since going through and starting this healing
Mhm.
space, I realized it's so important to express and to stand on business with your family
Mhm.
when no means no, and to remind them that you are forcing me to do something you want from me. You haven't yet to ask, what do I want? And so I appreciate my mother now because, back in the day, 2023 and beyond, before,
Okay.
when you should be here for the holidays and I don't know why you, and it would just really frustrate me because I understand it, but I wasn't being heard.
Right.
So when I realized no means no and yes means yes, I got to decide what that meant for me
For you.
and how I choose to celebrate.
Yeah. Girl, one time at the Thanksgiving table, this is back when we were living out of state. And so I was with my dad's side of the family with my siblings and all that and all our kids and everything. And so my mom and grandmother was still here in California. We were at the Thanksgiving table, and my grandmother, who at the time was probably in her late 80s, because this was at least 10 years ago. Shout out to her. She's 97 now,
Shout out,
still kicking,
Gramps.
right? And so, but she sent me a text to say happy Thanksgiving, and then she called.
Hmm.
And so we're at the Thanksgiving table, but this is my 80-some-year-old grandmom. I don't care if I was sitting at the feet of Jesus. I'm going to answer the phone.
Right.
So I answered. It was a whole thing. Like one of my siblings got all outraged and, ma'am, this is not what the holiday is about. Like, she was so bothered that I answered the phone for my grandmother. And that's when I started realizing that I needed to do what I needed to do for me for the holidays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're right. Family sometimes can put so much pressure on you to do it their way.
Yeah.
Or it's because it's, their home or what they wanted. And it's like, no, like you said, stand on business. And I did. I'm answering this phone. I'm talking to my nana. I'll be back. Now, it wasn't that I was sitting at the table gabbing and had my elbows on the table and all the manners just left my body.
Yeah.
I got up, excused myself from the table. But it was a whole big thing. So, yes, you definitely have to set healthy boundaries with family. And I want to believe that all family means well. I know that's wishful thinking because some family members are just spawns. But, it's like, I know you mean well, but again, let me do what's best for me. And if I'm not disrespecting you or costing you any money, whatever I choose to do for the holidays, it shouldn't be a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm happy that you're doing you.
I would thank you, friend. I don't remember what Christmas it was, but it was a Christmas some years ago. And my mom was hosting at the time, right? So it was like everybody there, my grandmother, aunts, cousins, everybody. And there was some conversation about the Christmas tree, right? This is when I realized I'm intentionally setting new traditions that I'm trying to discover.
Okay.
Right. So what you see this Christmas may not be next Christmas, but I'm trying to decide and discover, how do I want to celebrate my future in, environments, because I'm transitioning to new spaces. And I got a pink Christmas tree.
Okay.
Right. And it was just, Christmas trees are supposed to be green. They're supposed to do this. And no, my Christmas tree is pink. Right. As you can see, pink decorations. Right. Because at that time, for this Christmas tree, my Christmas tree was white, so the pink would stand out.
Yeah.
But what is tradition?
What you wanted.
Right? It's what you create. What is Christmas? It's what you create. Because Christmas for some is spiritual. Christmas for some is emotional. Christmas for some is financial. You're right. These corporations, it's financial for them. Spiritual for those who feel like in that spiritual space. But for me, Christmas is a question mark. Okay. Right? It's remove of religion for me because I just feel different about certain things. But for me, Christmas is about beauty. It's about the smell. I love the holidays. It's not even Christmas I love. It's the holiday.
Love.
Right? I love pine cones. I love going to my grandma's house because she's just over the top extra. Like her tree's got to be, and her lights outside. Right? My grandma, Buttercup don't play. That's I call her Buttercup. Yeah. Buttercup don't play. So I find I'm taking traditions from her, taking traditions from my aunt, taking traditions from my mom, from different people, but I'm putting a spin on it. Because what is Christmas?
Right.
What is the holiday? It's what you create. So the hope is that anyone watching this episode understands that the pressure you're putting on somebody else to make your holiday the way you want them to celebrate is unfair.
Right.
Let each person decide how they want to celebrate this holiday, because it truly is a personal thing, in my opinion.
No, I agree. Just like we talked about for Thanksgiving, right? We're not even going to go into the pilgrims and the Indians and all the things. Thanksgiving is gratitude. Thanksgiving is gratefulness. Thanksgiving is spending time with people who make you feel good, right? And that doesn't always mean...
Sorry, girl.
You okay? That doesn't always mean family, being around people who bring out the best in you or make you feel that you could just be relaxed. Relax, relate, release. Whitney
Gilbert, okay.
But yeah, so I think you're absolutely right. Your traditions are what you make of it. And then you pass them down. And yes, if Andrew picks up a piece, okay, great. But if you want to do your own thing, that's fine too.
Yeah.
I never want Andrew to ever feel like he's just sitting at home, by himself. But if that's what he wants to do, then okay, bro, no problem.
Yes.
But I want him to know he always has a home to come to for the holidays, to get that warmth. Last year was his first Christmas in his own apartment. And so he wanted to borrow some of the, decorations and things that he's made for me over the years and that we've just put out. And at first I was like, I don't want to part with these because, you know, it's what we've had. But I said, you know what? I can hand them down and let him begin to decorate his home and his tree, you know, how he wants. And so he had a
Yes.
little Christmas over there for him. And then he came to the house and we had, you know, the bigger tree and all that. But again, do what makes you, but if you just want to sit around and smoke, like if that's your thing, you know what I
Right.
mean? If, you know, having a cocktail,
I
what
puff.
do you got? A hot toddy,
Yes.
eggnog. You know, my old lady loved putting her little brandy,
Okay,
extra
brandy, little crown and
brandy
egg, never hurt
in her
nobody.
eggnog. And I don't drink eggnog, but she'll warm it up and put her
Ooh,
little,
girl,
you
with
know,
cinnamon on top.
right.
Mm.
But like you said, just the spirit of the holidays.
Yeah.
I love going around at night if I can stay awake because, you know, Nana goes to bed. Auntie goes to bed. But I love driving around and seeing the lights on the
Yeah.
streets and, you know, just feeling the joy in the air. And especially now, I feel like we need to find joy in the little things because if we focus on what's going on in the world, we will be depressed, wrapped up,
Yeah.
crying,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
snotting all over the couch, just depressed.
Yeah.
But, you know, if we just find joy in the little things, you know, that helps. Especially
Yeah.
people, you know, the holidays are hard too. People have lost,
Yeah.
you know, people. And especially when you get down to December and you're kind of forced to look back over the year. And if you've
Yeah.
lost people throughout the year, it can be very heavy,
Yeah.
you know, very somber or
Right.
solemn, I think is what I'm looking for. But, you know, just more sad and melancholy. And so you have to find some way to keep going. You definitely miss your people that you've lost
Yeah.
or not even passed away, but people who you've chosen to stop being in relationship with, friends, family, whatever. So the holidays can be hard.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so you have to have those boundaries for yourself and for others just to get through to the next day.
For real.
Yeah.
I remember it was Christmas. It is Christmas Tree Lane. I don't even know if they're still
I
doing it.
think they do.
Really?
In the valley?
In the valley.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we were younger, before we moved with our dad, and then I moved to Oklahoma City, my mom used to take us to Christmas Tree Lane. Right? She had this open Jeep back in the day, the Jeep.
Yes.
And I remember one of the reasons why I love Luther Vandross, right?
Okay. Yes.
Luther will forever be Luther,
Yes.
okay? And we was jamming to the Luther album, the entire roll down Christmas Tree Lane.
Right.
So every time Christmas rolls around, I'm reminded of Christmas Tree Lane. And the lights were pretty, but it was just listening to Luther and being young
Right.
and just never too much,
Right.
never too much. It just pops in my head. So the holidays for me is musical. The holidays for me is black. Let me be clear.
Black.
It's
Say it
black.
again.
Black. I love seeing a black Santa Claus. I love seeing a black Mrs. Claus because the holidays for me now has an identity. And that identity is black. It was Black Friday at one point because black people would commune and we would just go shopping and have a great time before it became something else and different and become monopolized by corporations and greed.
To put them in the black. Yeah.
Right. And now people are just gluttoning over junk. So I backed off of doing the Black Friday. And then it became about, well, I'm going to transition and start growing my business. So I became a business person by the end of this year. Now I'm wrapping up the year, preparing for next year. So if anyone talked to me in December back in the day, maybe a few years back, I would always go, I'm planning for my 2020, whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm getting ready to become this amazing, whatever. Right. But today, the holidays is peaceful.
Yes.
The holidays is soulful. It smells good. It's self-care. It's a little bit of dating. You know what I'm saying? It's outside. It's snowing.
It's hoeing.
It's hoeing with a capital E. Okay. The holidays is just, it's a beautiful place to reside if you've created a space to be in. So I love right after Thanksgiving, when this time happens, I intentionally go to see the Grinch.
Right.
I love the Grinch.
Yes. Well, you talked about music, because let me tell you, in my mind, hate to see me coming, okay? Did Tim tell you? In my mind, when hate to see me coming, because I'm going to get to it.
Yes.
Right? Luther, this Christmas, every Christmas. So, you know, you think about all the different, like you said, just the black artists who have been part of our traditions, been a part of our history, our heritage, our growing up, and we pass them down because this generation definitely doesn't have any Christmas music.
No.
If you think about it, Lotto and Glow are not talking about anything Christmas.
I love Meg, but
right, there's no Christmas, right? So you got to go back to the Luthers, Mariah, Temptations,
yes.
right? To get in the spirit. I love what you said too about the different scents. Now, I can't stand a pumpkin spice. That
ain't
it doesn't sizzle in my spirit the right way. So, but
yam spice maybe, but not pumpkin.
But they have that frosted cranberry candle and the smell, and just
right.
Yeah,
the holidays is just it's a good space.
It is, and it's what you make it.
Yeah,
you can definitely fall into the commercialism and everything, but like you said, then what do you have to show for it? You done bought all this crap that by this time next year, you won't even know where half of it is, or you can't fit it because you done big backed your way through the holidays, because that's what I'm planning to do. I hope this sweatshirt still fits. This time next year, we're going to have to design something else. But you know what I mean? Like, you just be.
The holidays is chilling with the snomies.
Rolling with the homies.
Right.
So now we're chilling with the snomies.
We're chilling with the snomies.
Yes. How do you feel about practicing, like, well, you kind of mentioned it already, but practicing like solitude? A lot of people do not like being alone.
Yeah.
And I believe, I'm not a therapist, but I believe some of that has to do with you don't want to sit and deal with the trauma or with your own thoughts.
Yeah.
And I used to be that way. You talk about us being on our healing journey. And I hated being alone because it forced me to sit in whatever I was dealing with. I had to think about it. I had to deal with it. I had to make some different decisions. How do you feel about solitude in the holidays? Is it a good thing, a bad thing? Does it depend?
I love it.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. I was out yesterday. I think I got like 3 moo-moos intentionally.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like, let me walk around this house in this moo-moo. Girl, I twerked even Mango, the dog, was just like, what are you doing? Because I'm in my solitude. I love it. I love it. I love peace. And the value of that is just beyond anything that I can ever ask for, because I'm truly in that space now where I understand how important it is. Even more so, I think I said this to my sister, I don't remember. But I was like, I now understand the older women back when I was a little younger. And I'm like, y'all just going to be old and lonely and bitter all y'all life. You ain't going to have no man. Y'all ain't going to have nothing. Just out here lonely. And now I'm like, oh, can I come join y'all club? The peace in your club. Yes. The travel, the at home. The last year for Thanksgiving, my friend Bonnie and I, we went out.
Okay.
So I didn't spend Thanksgiving with family because I was like, I'm going to start this new tradition. So last year I did Thanksgiving away from family. Okay. This year I'm doing Christmas. But we went to a restaurant and had Thanksgiving out.
Okay.
I felt like I was liberated because I've never done that. And of course I heard well, you a miss. Well, you should have been here. Well, family, and I get it. But that's your thing. Right. I'm trying to find what mine is. So this year, being away, I plan on taking some time to myself to be present. I plan on meditating on the beach this time. I plan on snorkeling with the fish this time. You know what I'm saying? I plan on Ubering so I can take some tequila shots on Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen, on Tequila, on Vodka, on Blatzer, and whoever the
you
know what I'm saying? I plan on doing all of that. And I plan on doing it silently because I'm still going to be thinking about things. But to your point, yeah, silence and privacy for the holidays is, I can't wait.
Yeah.
Truly can't wait.
And not even just like about Christmas. I think about Mother's Day. Who told us we have to spend Mother's Day with our children?
Don't you got them babies all the time?
So a couple years ago, probably 2022, Mother's Day of 2022, I told Andrew, God bless her, he gave me my little gift, and I drove out to Long Beach and got me a beachfront room overlooking the water, and I stayed there all Mother's Day weekend by my self and had an amazing Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything, didn't go into the restaurants with the crazy crowds, just enjoyed. And who told us we have to spend these holidays with other people just because we share blood.
Yeah.
And there's no like harm in that for those who do it and keep those traditions alive. That's great. You know what I mean? And maybe one day their mind may change and they might do something else as well. But baby, being with let me tell you, this girl right here is one of the best things walking.
And he is.
Okay? So being with me, being with her, she being with her
Okay, she, her, you.
is just great. You know what I mean? And it allows me time to, again, practice gratitude, practice mindfulness, because in the holiday season, all that bubbles to the top. I mean, yeah, I'm grateful every day. I'm grateful every Tuesday I wake up, but something about the holidays kind of brings it full circle
Yeah.
to who you are, what you offer the world.
Yeah.
And it allows me to really sit back and focus on, okay, how can I be better? What things about myself am I in love with that I want to elevate? What things about myself do I want to tweak and to improve? You know what I mean? And sitting there with a hot cup of cocoa with your fire going and your tree lit and a good movie on. Because let me tell you, I watch Almost Christmas every year. That is one of the funniest. Grandma and that big old shotgun.
Yes.
This Christmas with Chris Brown
Just watched it
and
last
Loretta
night.
Devine. Like these are all traditions for me.
Yeah.
Just by myself.
Yes.
And when Andrew was home and he would come in the room and we would watch it together, great. If he was in his room watching them on his own.
Yes.
Because Andrew's holiday movies are things like Twilight. Because they used to always come out every November by Thanksgiving. So for him, that's his holiday movie. And I have never bothered that child. Watch what you want, honey. I'm still sitting there watching Home Alone.
Girl, I just watched 1 and 2. So I do.
In New York.
Yes. Like, friend, while I'm watching these movies, I watched Home Alone 1 one night. The next night was Home Alone 2. This Christmas was last night. So every night has been a holiday. Best Man Holiday is about to go up tonight. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And while you're sitting there, while I was sitting there, all I can think about while watching the Home Alone episodes was, man, our movies were so lit back in the day. Right. It was such an intention by what was put out, what was produced, what was put in front of community. Like, you got to see a kid be a kid for Christmas. You got to see him be lost in New York and still be a kid. You got to see this Christmas, Chris Brown.
He was bad, though. His little ass was bad. You better stay next to me.
Not Kevin.
Yeah, I don't need to hold your hand, son.
Kevin was an Aquarius.
Yeah. Kevin was bad.
Kevin definitely was an Aquarius, because I would have been like,
I'm out of here.
Right. I would have did the whole credit card thing too. We'd been in the plaza. Like, it would have been a mess. But the visuals, it just gave us a reason to appreciate. And whenever, as an adult, I think more adults are going back to those types of movies because of the nostalgia. But like you said, what currently is coming out that is giving them a sense of now versus a sense of greed. Yeah.
I mean, we had Charlie Brown Christmas. We had an awesome childhood. Yeah. I'm sorry. If you was raised, made, born 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, baby, your childhood was lit. Because you have the music, like I said, the Temptations, you know, Stevie Wonder.
In my mind.
Hate to see us coming.
Ooh, girl, that's my grandma's
you
jam.
You better go ahead, Buttercup.
Every year we play that jam.
But we had music, we had the movies, we talked about the Home Alones. Yeah. What was the bad little boy, Ralphie? Ralphie wanted the BB gun. Mm-hmm. It's on the tip of my tongue. But yeah, like we had all the movies, the music.
The Brady Bunch Christmas. I don't know about you, girl, but I used to love the Brady Bunch Christmas.
Yes.
Ooh, especially when they got trapped. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yes. But just the morals of it all. Yeah. And it just gave us something to aspire, to look towards. Like you said, Home Alone 2, both of them, they were traveling for Christmas.
They weren't at home around the table.
Right.
Yes, they were traveling. Even with the cheap uncle.
Right.
Okay.
Even with the cheap uncle, like they were traveling. So, it just reminds me, again, what's important for me is what is important for me.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be important.
Say that again.
What is important for me is important for me.
Go off. Go
Let
off.
that marinate. Let
Go off.
that sizzle in your spirit for a little bit, because what is important to Talitha may not be important to Nakia,
Right.
but it's still important.
It's still important.
And I can introduce some of my traditions to you because I gave you that seafood boil recipe. I know we got to work on it, but
We're
I'm
gonna
saying
talk
like
about that.
because that's what we do for Christmas. We don't have the traditional ham turkey. We already had that.
Mhm.
So for us, Christmas is either gumbo or crab boil.
That's us for New Year's.
Yeah.
Gumbo.
And so, but like I said, I shared that recipe with you because it's important to me.
Mm-hmm.
You may share something else with me or what you like to do. Like you said, now you love a good holiday movie date,
Mm-hmm.
So there's no right or wrong. And that's what I need people to understand.
Yeah.
What's right for your house may not be right for mine, but it doesn't make yours wrong
Yeah.
and mine right.
Yeah.
And the stress of people trying to force each other to gel and fit in their vibe.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, girl, go on.
Yeah.
Do you, boo? Because I'm going to do me.
Yes. Yes.
So, well, what else do we have on here? What about wellness routines? I mentioned big backing, right? So you still have to be, you still have to be mindful
Yes.
of your wellness, whether it is meditating on the beach or doing your yoga or getting on your Peloton bike or still going to the gym.
Yes.
What do you feel about wellness routines? What's something you constantly do during the holidays?
I buy myself a gift. Okay.
Treat yourself.
I buy myself a gift for the holidays.
Treat yourself.
Right? I do. And the dollar amount is not the most important thing, but it's I go out and I buy myself a gift. And I truly take the time to intentionally pick out what I want. And then I wrap it up and, for me? Oh, you shouldn't have. And I'm laughing the whole time.
I love that.
But the only thing that I feel like I'm missing is someone handing it to me.
It's the for me.
Okay, let me hand it to myself.
Right.
Oh, I've just bought a Kate Spade bag for myself.
Okay.
Right, and it's an army green. It's an army fatigue Kate Spade bag. Cute. And I can't wait to open it so I can find out what it is and wear it, for New Year's Day, because I don't do New Year's Eve. It's crazies out there.
I can't wait to find out what it is it's sending me.
I can't wait to go, oh my God, I can wear this today.
This is what I wanted.
This is what I wanted. Thank you, Kate. The brand. So, yes, that's what I do. I buy myself a gift and I pretend like it came from somebody else, but it did. It came from, the shopping spirit.
Listen, I like to wake up and go back to sleep. I will literally wake up, do my workout, brush my teeth, shower, wash my face, get dressed, and I'll go lay my ass back down.
I love it.
And just go to sleep.
Yeah.
Watching a Christmas movie. Just doing my own thing. But I say all that to say it's the being able to take my time.
Yeah.
Is what I like. Being able to wake up gently.
Yeah.
And move at my own pace. And, for some reason, I feel like I can only achieve that around the holidays because things are slower.
Yeah.
Even if you're at work, most jobs, the holidays are a little bit quieter.
Yes.
People are on PTO, most of them, I know it's not, but people are on PTO or taking their vacation or working half days.
Yeah.
So, you can be quieter.
Yeah.
So, being able to wake up, maybe get a few things, but go back to sleep. And I'm not talking about like an afternoon nap. I'm talking about by 9 or 10 a.m. I'm back asleep. Like still in the morning before Price is Right and all the soap operas come on.
Okay,
I'm back in the bed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for me, that's my sort of like wellness routine. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna front. I don't eat well during the holidays. I feel like that should be against the law.
Yeah.
To have to eat well.
Yeah.
And healthy. I want to wake up and have pie for breakfast, I'm going to have pie for breakfast.
I don't eat it all because I'm not going to work off my weight January 1. So I'm just not going to eat. And I don't.
Oh, yeah, we got to get to the new year, new me. That'll be next episode. That irks my spirit. Like, be the same person, just improve. Why do you have to be a new person? I digress. But yes, I feel like wellness routines and being mindful of what it is that you need is very helpful during the holidays because again, you've just come through 12 months, 11 months for Thanksgiving, 12 months for Christmas. You've just come through 12 months of what may have been hell.
Yeah.
So wind down, decompress, get all of that negative juju and energy kind of out of you and be prepared to go into the next season.
Yeah.
Right. I am so excited and so jealous at the same time that you're going to be meditating on the beach with cocktails in hand. And I said cocktails. Yes, I did. Double fisted because you got to cheers yourself.
Yes.
Do the
My
boomerang with
cousin
yourself.
actually's coming. I forgot to say
Okay.
that. Yeah.
So yeah.
She's fine for
But
Easter.
yeah. So it's a little girls, little holiday
Yes.
situation.
Ooh. Yes.
Y'all gonna go up there and hoe, glow, grow, and cut up.
And cut up. Okay. You said something and it made me think about like back in the day. So when I was younger, I grew up in Pasadena.
Okay.
And we grew up on Howard in Pasadena, right by the Rose Bowl.
Mhm.
And at that time back then, it was a lot of Black families on that block in these houses. And my grandma had her house. And grandma's house was always the central place. And so I think we were either staying with grandma at the time or we would be there all the time. Anyways, my grandmother set the tradition of Christmas, like the tone visually, because she just loves the holidays. And I remember when we were younger, the Barbie, I wanted the Barbie soda shop.
Okay.
And I want to say my sister got the ice cream shop, but Barbie was lit back in for us. And don't surprise me. I'm not surprised. Now today, I'll say surprise me when I'm out,
Yeah.
And they go, oh, do you want such and such? Surprise me. Because I like that.
You told that lady last weekend, that was too funny. She was like, do you want the surprise me? She was like, I don't want to look at this menu. Just
surprise me. Right? But back when I was younger, girl, surprises was like, no, I need to know. So when I was younger, I used to tear the corners off of the Christmas presents that my mom would wrap. And then I would turn it inward. Yeah, because I'm like, okay, that says Mattel. Girl, I got the soda shop. You know what I'm saying? Now I know it wasn't a surprise, but I'm going to act surprised. Right. So those traditions haven't left. Mm-hmm. And so for me, the self-care and the well-being is through this year, I've been going through my personal space, but also preparing myself, as you know, for transitioning into home ownership.
Yes.
So
come on home.
I'm excited. So January 1 is where I start the intention of, okay, no more spending, all saving, right? Because I have to have this certain dollar amount. All this time I've been trying to build my own traditions that once I get into my home, then those traditions that now make sense to me will start to show itself. And so I say that because you said something that made me go back and go, when family, friends, or whomever is trying to encourage you or force you or demonize at times you from making a personal choice to live life how you choose to, you don't know that you could be removing them from the purpose of finding themselves.
Wow. Because
I feel like I'm currently finding myself. I mean, my decorations have affirmations on it. I need to be reminded about things. And I can remind myself all day, but the visual is so much better. So when we do vision boards at the beginning of the year, how often do we go back and look at those vision boards throughout the year? How often do we go back and check our list off and go, I did it, I made it, or you know what, I shifted. And I started doing that differently because now the intention is to have an outcome, not to just show up and do a vision board. So wellness and well-being for me really is about solitude, but whatever that looks like. And I appreciate this episode and episode 8, Grateful, our grateful episode, because I'm truly grateful that I'm in tune and I'm present today to listen to myself instead of silence, or we talked about shrink ourselves to fit somebody else's idea of what life should look like for us.
Yeah. That's the growing, that's the glowing, and it's the hoeing, because you're definitely, like you said, I'm thinking back to what it was and how I can be better. That's growing. Yeah. You look gorge doing it, so you're glowing. And then the healing, your baby doll bundles, and then you're healing still.
Yeah.
Because as we've talked about, healing is a continuous journey. You can be healed of certain things, but you're always healing. Yeah. Because just like forgiveness, it's a conscious, you have to make that decision every day to forgive or to heal and to keep, going through life that's going to constantly let you down. Unfortunately, it's just what it is. But what do you take from that?
Yeah.
How are you using the pitfalls of life to elevate yourself?
Yeah.
And I think the holidays are a perfect time to really sit and reflect and then share some of that knowledge and wisdom with others, not just passing it down to younger generations,
Yeah.
but sharing it laterally, even sharing it upwards to the older generation, whether they want to hear it or not.
Right.
They're a little stubborn. I mean, we can be too.
They're gonna put it off these kids. Yeah, they stubborn.
Right. So, no, you just get this giddy feeling inside,
Yeah.
even though everything is not all good, everything is not, perfect, in your life during the holidays. Again, if you start thinking, you start thinking. And you have so much to really kind of go back and reflect and even laugh about. You can
Yeah.
find things from the year that you were like, girl, you was trippy.
And was.
Remember that time? Right. So you could just like laugh, and laughter is good for the soul. When we came in here, it's almost like smile, laugh, but just your mind is always constantly moving and you
Yeah.
really aren't cognitive of the fact that, oh, you're right, I haven't smiled yet or today and nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
I'm in my mind or in my thoughts or tired, but nothing's wrong. But yeah, sometimes a smile is all somebody needs from you.
Yeah.
You could be walking by somebody that's literally on their last shred of anything, and a smile or, hey, how you doing? Is helpful. And I
Yeah.
do try to be more mindful to speak to people during the holidays.
Yes.
Just because you don't know.
Yeah.
You think about, that mother who maybe just lost her job and she's just trying to piece the meal together, forget the gifts. There was years where Andrew didn't have anything under the tree.
Yes.
And I was walking around feeling like the biggest loser as a parent because society had me thinking Christmas was about all these gifts. And if he only has one, but then he goes back to school and his little friends are telling him they got 20 things, I feel like a failure because that's how society has painted that picture.
Mm-hmm.
But my baby had a warm home and a warm meal and he got loved and hugged a lot, but they don't pump that or promote that for the holidays. It's what can you buy? What's on sale? How many can you get? What is all under the tree?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna start wrapping myself and put myself under the tree.
Girl, okay.
Because
Put
I
a bow
am
on it with a
the
little bit of
best
shush
gift
lingerie.
with the GGH wrapping paper. Okay.
Yes. I remember when Joshua was, I don't remember how old, but I went to work one day and I came and I'm like, Joshua, has somebody been in this house? Because he was a latchkey kid, right? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And I'm just like, Joshua, somebody been in this house. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Girl, I hear her at the door. Hey, Josh, I left my shoes.
Oh.
And now Joshua's standing and looking at me like, oh. I said, okay. They were playing video games. Now, I knew someone played in this house. They was playing video games. Girl, just because he lied.
Right.
I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to prove a point. We packed all his holiday gifts up. And I took it back to Walmart at the time, but the sheriffs were outside for the Toys for Tots. Girl, he donated all his gifts to Toys for Tots. That was the year I think it humbled him to be like, let me not throw parties. Lion didn't stop, but the parties did. Or at least I didn't know about it.
Yes.
But to your point, yeah, we fixate a lot of people fixate on the material things. And we have to remind ourselves that other people, young kids who don't have families, who don't have parents, who don't have holidays like this, could use things too. And we shouldn't forget and negate the fact that single parents are out there. Foster parents are out there. Kids who are homeless are out there. So it would be wonderful. And like, I think he does more now, this because of his experience, my son. When you go into 7-Eleven, grab an extra bottle of water. When you go into the grocery store, bring out a $5 gift card, if nothing else, and hand it to him and say, happy holidays. Because you could be, like you said, the difference between that meal or just being acknowledged.
Yes.
And I think people should be more mindful of that. And that to me is the spirit of the holidays. It's giving.
Yeah. You just said just being acknowledged, and it really convicted me because you think about it. Yeah, you do walk out of the gas station after you 10 on 2 or whatever, and you just walk out and you don't really acknowledge, at least I don't always, who's sitting outside. And so you're right. Sometimes just even being acknowledged, and like you said, especially in the summertime, I know you put this on social media, buy that extra bottle of water because it was so hot out here.
Mm.
And if you see somebody, while you're going in or even when you come out, bless them with a nice cold bottle of water or a bag of chips. And yeah, and that's something that you can practice throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes a big difference during the holidays when everybody's so wrapped up in self and got to get to the next store to buy the next gift. Ain't nobody getting nothing for Christmas, okay? Y'all getting hugs and love and social media, the free gifts, okay? I can like all your social media posts, make it seem like you so popular. I can give
like, share,
hugs.
subscribe.
Right.
Then unfollow on the first.
I can give you a hug. I'm only going to like, share, and subscribe until the first. And then it's done.
But you got my algorithm.
Right. I had
Don't do that
12,000
to us,
followers.
though. That's just mean.
And now on the first, I got 8,200. Like,
yeah. Don't do that to us, though. That's just rude.
Yeah, don't. It's rude. It's rude. Don't listen.
But you said something that people don't get things on the holidays. Or it would be nice to get a gift.
Yes.
Right? And how often do you give your friends a gift? Not a gift that they want, but a gift that you want them to gift them with. And go, I think you can use this. Mm-hmm. It's something I like.
Right.
But let me see if I can share a bit of me with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that it helps your friends learn you.
Yes.
Because, I know your favorite color is pink. Mine's purple. You know what I mean? And that's just basic friendship talk. Like, oh, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite this? Yeah. But I think, and I know it can go both ways because it can look selfish. Yeah. But with the right intention and the right heart, me gifting you something that I like not only shows you a piece of me and lets you kind of into me more, but it also maybe will help you find an appreciation for something that I like that you were like, I had no idea that this even existed or whatever.
Well, speaking of, so I have a gift for you.
Okay. Yeah.
And this is wrapped up in our GGH holiday paper or year-round paper. Again, if you're a therapist, if you're someone that does gifting with intentional gift giving, this is a great wrapping paper. It's quality paper, but most importantly, it's on shopggh.com. You can get it now.
Yes.
So I got you this gift.
Okay.
And we're always talking about unbigging something.
Okay. Oh, shit.
So I thought on your go days, when you're on the go, when you're twirling around on the good old romance and dance situations, that you might want to power up before you go or when you leave. So this is for you.
And see, I don't like surprises either, so I'm scared. Great rapping job, my friend.
Thank you, friend, because I do not rap.
Listen.
I'm a bad girly.
Listen.
That paper was thick.
This paper is thick, honey. You got to use the shackles from the walls of Jericho to get this. Oh, my gosh. Oh, yes. A small portable juicer. Ew, love. Listen, let me take me a little shake. Fee gonna hate to see me coming in class.
Right.
A little shake. Love it.
I was like, she was like, I need to beef up. I need to tone. I'm like, protein shakes are really good to tone with.
Yes. No, I love it.
When you
and it has a portable cup.
Yeah.
We not, don't have us find something to put on GGH. We gonna put some GGH logo and be selling juicers.
And we'll.
Don't play with me. Okay, so with that, I am definitely not a rapper. Y'all can hate, y'all can judge. I don't care. This ain't it. But I wanted to show the paper. So we are always talking about I'm a Leo. You're an Aquarius. We rep our signs for real.
Here we are.
We also love, just peaceful moments. And we also love, trying to think what I could say without giving it all away. Cute little, trinket or something. So I hope every time you look at the things in here, you always think of me and know that I love my Aquarius friend.
Oh, she got me on the court. And it's heavy. I love weight. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let me stop. Oh, let me take the bag out first.
Yeah, because do that.
I'm going to keep this in the same shape.
That's horrible.
That's me. Keep the same shape. Start.
Yes.
You've been to my place. I love candles. I went to Bed Bath Bath and Body
Bath and
Works.
Body Works, they had their
Load it
candle
up.
sale.
Yes. A candle for Aquarius. Okay. Sarcasm is my superpower. Girl, this is going in the closet.
Yes.
Oh, it smells so good.
Just for you.
Thank
Put it by your
you.
bed.
Yes.
I thought about you putting a little something by your bed.
Yes.
You know. But we rep our
Yes.
sign.
Ooh, no wonder why it's jasmine.
Mm-hmm. We rep our sign.
Jasmine.
And I'm like,
guess what season it is? It ain't Sag. And it won't be Cap. It's all Aquarius.
It's over.
Thank you so. I love candles.
One more thing.
Huh?
It's one more thing in there.
Oh, I get a twofer.
Right.
Let me put this here. Girl, I'm gonna wear it. Oh my gosh.
And you know it had to be purple. So when you look at it, you have to.
Yes, that's why I was like.
Yeah, that's the Leo. I have to be involved in everything. So I'm like, I'm going to get her a gift for her, but it has to rep me.
Yes. And it has the messaging for the Aquarius. I can't read behind the thing yet, but.
And the sign.
Yes. And the card and the friend. Okay.
Yeah, you can read that on your own time.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is great.
So
I
much.
love that we did this. We talked about wanting to, show you guys and give you guys a better glimpse of the two of us together as friends. And I think that this was a great way to show you this is literally how we act when we're not on this podcast. Now she ain't
Girl,
gonna stop this candle.
Right. To my thing.
So, me learning you, but also giving you a piece of me, you learning me and giving me a piece of you. Yes. This is what the holidays are about. So, H.O.E tip. H.O.E tip. Heal over everything tip. What are you going to intentionally take away from this holiday season?
Oh, good question. I am going to intentionally take away from this holiday season. That's a really good question. I don't know.
And that's an honest answer.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's so many. I haven't had a chance to recap of my year, even leading up to this season. Mm-hmm. It's been beautiful. It's been a blessing. Mm-hmm. And I'm finding that there's certain things that I want to make traditional. Mm-hmm. You are definitely a part of my tradition. Like in my home purchase, you are part of that tradition.
You stuck with me now.
Yes. I'm like, I want to take you into that. And what is that going to look like? I don't know, but I want to be sure that it's right. So when you enter into that space, you know it's designed for you. It's designed for whomever I'm taking with me. So I guess I'm taking into this new year from this tradition, awareness.
Okay.
I'm more aware and I'm going to intentionally do things with more awareness.
As you were talking too, it made me think you're going to be more intentional about your intention.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So, being aware.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but you talked and you came up with it. So I love that for you.
Yes.
I am going to take away that I need to rest. Ooh. I mentioned going back to sleep. I need to rest. I need to just lay there, even if I'm just laying there in silence. And again, I am one who finds it very hard to be alone with myself in quiet. I usually have to have some type of white noise playing in the background. But I need to rest this holiday season. 2024 has been hellish. I had a lot of mental health challenges and breakdowns. As you know, there was a time where I was like, I'm not going to make it. And not that I was ever going to do anything to harm myself. Yeah. But there is a such thing as passive suicide where you just kind of give up. You don't do anything to yourself, but you don't do anything, right? Yeah. So I am going to be intentional with resting in this holiday season and really finding what brings me joy and doing that.
I love that.
Because rest, we need it. Yeah. Like we need it. Yeah. And I don't think we realize that we need to rest. Yeah. So that's my whole tip.
Well, I am so excited for this season. And I'm not even talking about current. I'm talking about everything to come, what's here, all that. I'm excited for this episode. I'm really appreciative of Mocha Glow for being our sponsor,
Yes.
for having this giveaway of a $25 gift card. All you have to do is like, share, tag 3 friends.
Mhm.
Tag 3 friends to this post. Not only do you tag 3 friends, put in the comments, I got mine, once you go to mochaglow.com and purchase using promo code GGH to save your 20%. And head over to Shop GGH, grab your chilling with the snowmies and have a good girls' night. Okay?
You know, chill with your snowmies.
Have a good guys' night. Okay? Okay?
So that wraps it up for us on this holiday episode of Grow, Glow, and Ho Heal Over Everything podcast. We'll see you soon as we wind down the new year and take it on into 2025.
And get ready for Aquarius season.
Oh, here she goes. Happy hoeing.
Happy hoeing.
Bye.